Okay, today we are going to be testing these lures. Now these are handmade lures. They come from the Realwobbler up in Bulgaria. He makes the lures and he tests his lures as well. Now I've bought these two. We're going to be taking them out, we're going to be testing them, and we're going to see what we can catch with them. Now primarily we're going to be trying for bass. That is the plan, and we're going to see if they're any good or not. But at the moment, I mean, they look damn good, they look the part, but the real test is about to come now. Right, so we've got the new rod, new reel, trying out the Realwobbler's lure. We'll pick up a bass. And it's quite lumpy. Then when we get to the deep area, we'll go for mackerel. Oh, run on the boat, right there! That bass came out like you wouldn't believe. First cast as well. So I just had to quickly change the battery. Ran out of battery. That was amazing. Like I say, first cast with the new rod, christened, with a nice bass. I don't know if I got it on camera, I probably didn't at the angle I'm at, but that literally took it as the lure was going to come out of the water. This thing shot out the depths and just grabbed it, absolutely nailed it. So there you go, well these lures certainly work. There we go. Lovely fish. With the Realwobbler's lure again. Thorough test. We did catch a bass the other day with it, but we can't just go by one bass. It's got great action, I'll tell you that. I'll show you in a minute in the try the underwater camera. Nice clear conditions, you should be able to see the lure from quite a depth or from a distance, assuming there's anything there. Here we go. They certainly swallow the lure. There we go. That's a lovely bass. Oh, that's got to be £6 or so, this one. Let's get it under control. Thing is, they gulp this lure down. Part of that I think is because it's got small hooks. I think I'd rather put bigger hooks on the lure, but the lure itself obviously works. Oh, I'll be back in a second when I get this free. Tell you what, I'll show you as it is like this, then I'll free it. Look at that. Look at that. And that was on the Realwobbler, see, right down it went. They absolutely gulped this lure. So far I'm very impressed with this lure. very impressed. Then again, maybe I'm not impressed with this lure. And I'm going to show you why. Let me put this down. I just took the hook, pulled on it a little bit, and it ripped straight out the lure. So at this point we hit a small snag, and what it was is when I actually took the hook out the fish, basically the hook pulled out the end of the lure. Now I had a look at it and the wire, as far as I was concerned, wasn't long enough, not for bass. So I contacted the Realwobbler about my concerns, and he is now going to make longer wires, much stronger wires for these lures. He offered to fix the one I had and return it, but I decided not to bother sending it all the way back and that I could fix it myself. I said to him, no problem, I'll sort it out. So I actually did exactly the same. I put a longer wire in, glued it back in, all the rest of it, and then took the lure back out, and as you'll see from this point on, I haven't had a problem with the lure. There we go. There we go. And it came off. Oh well, can't win them all. They're not really committing though, they're just tapping it. Here we go again. Nice one. There we go. Another one for the Realwobbler's lure. Smaller one, but still okay. Alright, I better get moving. Nice little small one.
See how big he is. $44. Nice little one. Oh, hello. Yes, got it. It wasn't hooked, I didn't think that well. There you go. One bass. Something else had to go then. Might be mackerel. Or not. Woo! What a fight this one's putting up. It's only a little one. Actually, it's bigger than I thought it was. There we go. Right, and look at that hook, we just pulled out at the last minute. There we go. Another bass. Know what they are. This is a bit bigger. Can't gain the ground on it. Thing is, these hooks aren't very big in this lure, and I don't want to overdo it. is a big fish. That is a big fish. Easy. Look at that. That's a cracker. That's going to be a good 7 pounds there. Absolute beauty. That's what we like to see. The trouble with this mark, there's just so many small fish. Years ago there was lots of big fish here, but not anymore. That's not a small fish. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. It's got to be probably 4 pound. 3.5. No, I'd say 4. I'd say at least 4 on that one. I think I'm underestimating. I tend to underestimate because I don't like the disappointment of finding out it's not that big. Lovely. Wasn't paying attention. I think it's a mackerel. Yeah. Tell you what, the old mackerel, they certainly put up a fight. So I've increased the size of the hooks on the Realwobbler's lure as well because I had a couple that missed sort of hooks, which can happen on any lure, but I do that on most lures. I change up the size of the hooks. I mean, when you're fishing for bass, they got big mouths, you know. So you want a big hook. Now, when there's time to dispatch fish, I dispatch fish. But when you're fishing like mackereling and you're on the shoal, you've got to get working on that shoal, you know, to get some mackerel. Because the shoals are a lot smaller these days. And if you spend every second knocking out every mackerel, you're wasting so much time. And you'll be off the shoal. You see how fast our waters are. We drift over it, we're gone. Like when you fish for sort of bass and pollock, sometimes you get one fish on a drift and you have to move again because you've moved so far. It's alright if you're just catching like now when we're taking it nice and easy. We can dispatch fish. On top of that though, mackerel, I mean, you catch them and they die so quickly. They even die if you try and put them in water. So there you go, that was the Realwobbler's lures. Now I primarily used the 12cm. The 13cm I haven't had much chance to try. I did give it a few casts, but generally I think I need slightly bigger bass. I mean, most of the bass that I was catching was sort of 2 to 4 pounds, and I did have a couple of nice 7s, but obviously I had the smaller lure on at the time and not the bigger one. The bigger one probably would have worked. The only thing with the bigger one is it's got more like of this kind of thing action, which sometimes can be a little bit over the top. It's nice to have like a nice sort of smooth action as opposed to this crazy action. But like I say, time will tell. I will probably do a follow-up on that lure later on. We'll take it out and test it, but it takes time. Now I've spent the last couple of months taking this lure out and basically fishing it when I know there's been a few fish around, and it has produced the fish. One thing else I wanted to mention is I did actually buy these lures. This isn't any kind of paid promotion, nothing like that. Although the Realwobbler did know that I was going to make a video on it, so, and obviously had faith in his lures, and obviously that faith has shown to be true. They really do work, and they have caught some lovely bass, and I've caught a few more since then. So if you want any of those lures, or you want to have a look at those lures, just look in the description below. I'll leave a link to his YouTube site where you can see him testing other lures for things like catfish and pike, that sort of thing. There are lots of other fishy fishes for, and also a link to his website, and you can go and check out his other lures that he's got there. So there you go, that was the Realwobbler's lures.